Oh, hi. Okay, so quick little fun fact. It's kind of gross, but that's okay. I don't think it's gross, actually. I'm eating grapes, but I'm only eating them because there's fruit in my house again. This is a really big deal. My mom used to buy, like, a shit ton of fruit, like apples and oranges and grapes and stuff, and I'd nom that shit down. And somewhere, I don't know why, she always used to wash my fruit, and I always know she did it. But whenever I would get it, I just wouldn't wash it. So I'd eat blackberries from like the containers like that. I'd eat strawberries like that. I think maybe on occasion I'd like rub a side of the apple on my shirt, but that's it. I don't wash my fruit. So fruit is available in my house now. And my mom took the liberty of of washing each and every last piece and putting it in a nice bowl for me. So thank you, mommy. I also got really excited about the grapes. And then I wanted to make this video because if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it anymore. So yeah. No, no, no. Okay. I have officially been at my new job. Sorry, I look like a ragamuffin. I do not feel the need to be dressed. I've been at my job now for about 4 weeks. It'll be 4 weeks. Not this past Sunday, but this coming Sunday. And I have finally met with my first adolescent, I guess. So what I do is kids that aren't in school or they want to leave school or have recently been released from like CEP and like detention center schools. You basically meet with them, you talk to them, you try to convince them otherwise. You help them find like external resources outside of school so that they can do better in school. You keep up with them. Basically somebody who just is willing to pay attention and give them a little personal attention. I said attention twice, didn't I? I couldn't remember when I said it the second time, but I'm pretty sure I did because it came out of my mouth the second time and it just sounded weird. So yeah, I met with my first kid today. He was charming, to say the least. I remember I was making calls to a few students, and I think it was last week or the week before, one of the kids told me to go fuck myself. That's awesome. And this kid is really like, he's so tiny, but he has like, I don't know, I'm not sure you can call it confidence. Well, maybe. He just doesn't have confidence in school. But he's very confident about himself. He's this like tiny little skinny thing. And when I talked to him on the phone, he sounded pretty intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, I get intimidated pretty easily. And I saw him and I'm just like, oh, I wanted to bite his face. He was really cute and adorable. Our meeting didn't go on for longer than 20 minutes. He wasn't really into doing anything. He was only here because he was released from a detention school. I call it CEP. I know there are different names everywhere, but I know CEP. He was released from CEP. I don't know. He's just at that age where he just doesn't care, blah, 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 blah. He knows everything. And I don't think I was ever really like that bad. But I mean, come on, you've had the attitude, right? I used to have it. I think I had mine between, oh my god, like 13 and it probably stopped around 16. I mean, there were still lingers of it here and there, but for the most part, between those ages, I thought I knew everything. I used to argue with my assistant principal a lot. I actually didn't like her. Well, she wasn't my assistant principal yet. She was just somebody I just happened to bump into all the time, and we always just clashed. It wasn't until the next year that she became my assistant principal. Was it the next year? Yeah, it was the next year she became my assistant principal, and I was just like, oh shit, you're my leader now. Anyways, as soon as I got rid of all the I'm better than you, I'm a kid and I'm gonna rule the world attitude, we ended up really liking each other. I had her for a class. Not really a class. It was my office period. Just basically a free period. And she was the person who was in charge of me during that period. I love her to death now. It's really weird. Not really. I was just really stubborn at that age. Anyway, okay, so he's at this age. And I kind of went into this thinking that maybe I'd be able to relate somewhat. But looking back on it, I don't know. I think it is just a phase thing, you know? It doesn't matter what age the person who's talking to them is. I'm pretty sure it could be like a peer. And this kid would still think like he's the shit, you know? So, we're working on breaking down his walls. I meet with him again next week. This should be interesting, but you know, it's one of those things where you just have to be really consistent. So, apart from that, I tumble and tweet, and tonight I watch the online premiere of the Hunger Games. These are the other things I do at work. Premiere so good. I really like all the actors. I know I'm being rude by eating and whatever, but I really like all the actors that they casted for this movie. They were talking to them, and they're all just like humble and modest. And I forgot the guy's name, but they asked him like, because they were asking everybody like, well, what are you wearing? And he was like, well, my tie is thrifted, and my shoes are too. And like, he was just really like chill and everything. I'm just like, wow, really? I don't know why, but this man just became a badass in my head. He just did. I don't know why. Other things. It's spring break. My brother is currently here. He was downstairs playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A card game or something. He has some weird simulator thing on his computer, so this is what he does. He is 19 years old. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm 21, and I play Neopets. I love that shit. Well, I'm on and off it periodically. It depends on how much time, but I feel like now I have. It's really bad because as you get older, you're not supposed to have this much time for this. Well, at least this is what I thought. But now I find myself with so much time. So I got a Neopet again. I have a Shoiru and a Grarl. It's a little baby dragon with wings, and then the other one's a dinosaur. I'm really stoked about it. You should be too. Things that are going on with me. On a more personal note, maybe this will help. Okay. So for about 3 weeks now, on Friday it will be the 4th week, I've been really upset about a lot of things. Well, how can I better phrase it? There are a lot of little things that have been going on in different aspects of my current life that are really upsetting. And I don't know what it is, but lately I just cry all the time for no reason. I was watching One Tree Hill, and it was the episode where they graduated. By the way, I'm on season 7, episode 13, and I've only been doing this for about 3 weeks. That's pretty bad, huh? We're not gonna get into that. Okay, so anyways, so it's the episode where they're graduating high school, and I'm crying, like, insanely, just, like, somebody beat me with a stick, like, like, it was awful. So I'm sitting there crying, watching this, and as I'm crying, I'm, like, talking to myself in my head, like, Catherine, why are you crying? This is stupid. But the tears don't stop, like, they just keep going, and I'm just, like, looking around, but, like, still crying, and I was like, okay, this is ridiculous, like, I need to get up. So I get up and attempt to shower, and I'm walking to the bathroom, and just more tears. Turning on the water, still crying. Putting all my towels down and doing whatever, oh, they just don't stop. I had hiccups just then, sorry, that was really weird. Did it sound like a weird moan? If it did, I'm sorry for the awkward. And then I go in the shower, and I'm showering, and it's they just pour down. I think I just smashed my glasses on my nose, and they're crooked. I'll fix it later. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Um. So just about every day since then, I like cry before I go to sleep, but I have no real reason why. So I thought I would separate everything. Like I'd group all my relationships. So like friend relationships, work relationships. Maybe relationships isn't a right word. I just started separating things: friends, family, work, and then they all had subcategories, and basically to see if I'm happy wherever it is I am and what exactly is upsetting me about each one, and if I could find if any of these one things, if there was any one thing that primarily upset me. I can't figure it out. I'm losing my mind here. And I'm pretty sure if you talk to me on a pretty daily basis, or we hang out or whatever, you've probably noticed. And I've made things really weird in different departments. I think I've ruined a few things. But to be honest, I'm not sorry that they're ruined, or that I might have damaged something, or if I've ever said anything to anybody in the process of this that would upset them. I'm really just trying to figure out whatever it is going on with me. And I made that a disclaimer before I told, like, people about whatever. I was like, look, like, I'm really just blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry that you took it a certain way, and I'm sorry that you feel a certain way, kind of thing, but not sorry for the way I feel, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't apologize for how you feel. Like, you can't, you know, you feel the way you feel. How people take it, you can't control how they're gonna see it, view it, what they're gonna think, where they are whenever you're telling this and this. You can't control that. So I can't control that. So you take it for what it is. And honestly, depending on how these people have taken the things that I've said, I think that's shown the kind of character that they have as well. And maybe I'm not entirely happy with the characteristics that they've shown whenever I've talked to them about certain things. You know? Does that make sense? Does that sound selfish? I think they're just being real. Or trying to, anyway. So this is what's been occupying my mind for a good 3 weeks now. I'm not trying to fix anything. I think I've said a lot of what I need to say, and a lot of things that have bothered me that I haven't before. And not that I'm trying to mend any of that, but just trying to see if me and like these people can move forward. And if we can, we can. If we can't, then if the relationship changes, maybe it was for the better, kind of thing. But in my head, at least, I got rid of whatever it is was bothering me. So, with that being said, I think some of my relationships have been fixed. I'm a little bit more content with work. I was really scared at first just sitting in an office and doing things on a computer. But I guess looking at the bigger picture, I'm really happy with it. I don't think I want to go back to retail. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me. I also cut my hair. You can't tell because my hair, look, it's like Wolverine, right? It like goes out. Agree with me. Look at that. Well, his hair goes like that, right? I'm thinking it does. I always refer to this as my Wolverine hair. I think it's Wolverine hair. I don't have anything else to talk about. I just want to let you know what was bothering me. And it's been almost a month. So I thought it was time for another YouTube video. So yeah. I have nothing else. And I'm going to continue eating these grapes. And then I have a mango. I'm going to eat this too. I will talk to you guys later. I keep looking over there because before I did this video, I was messing around with like things on this nightstand. I choked on grape juice. Okay. I was looking at things on my nightstand thing, and I looked at something over there, and it reminded me that I wanted to say something. And so I keep looking over there trying to remember what it was, but I can't. I think I'll probably remember it later. I'll write it down. Okay, bye!